back, everybody, to the Writer's Parachute. We're guiding writer and author dreams to a perfect landing. Today we have with us a very special guest and a very close friend of mine, Sherry Brown, and we're going to be talking about her book, Mind Your Mouth. She is an author, motivational speaker, and health coach. But of course, we always start out with the housekeeping. Of course, we would love for you to hit that like button, smash the subscribe button on YouTube and the podcasting channels. We'd also like for you to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and now on TikTok at Writer's Parachute. I want to talk to you about, and of course, we want to talk about our topic. So for the month of June, we've been talking about a little bit of writing things and helpful tips for you. It is a topic, so you're kind of getting a 2-for-1 tips every week in the month of May. But so today we're going to talk about the use of monikers or nicknames in the place of a name or a formal name, such as mom, dad, sissy, nana, grandma, officer, doctor, those sort of things. Those are all considered monikers or nicknames, but because they are replacing a name, they are to be capitalized. The only exception for this would be that if you have a possessive designation, such as my doctor, my mom, my sister, then of course the doctor, sister, mom, in all of these cases would not be capitalized. However, when you're using a title such as doctor, officer, senator, those sort of things, along with Mrs. and Mr., that is always going to be capitalized, whether you use the name with it or not. So do keep that in mind. It is one of the things that I often see as an error when I'm doing editing. People don't often understand when a name or a nickname or a moniker should be capitalized and when it should not. As always, of course, you want to go check, your local grammar book or with your editor. But just a tip for you, in most cases, if you're using it in place of a name, in other words, if you can replace it with an actual name, then it should be capitalized. As we talk about, what are the things that are capitalized: names, places, people, and things. So in this case, it would be a designation of a particular person, even if we're using a title or a nickname. So it's always going to be capitalized unless, of course, it is possessive, and then it would not be. I would caution you on using possession of that unless it is critical to get the point across, meaning my mom versus your mom, that sort of thing. So I hope that's helpful for you. And of course, we want to keep going along. I'm so excited to have with us today on the Writer's Parachute, Sherry Brown. As I said, she is an author, motivational speaker, and a health coach. She wrote a book, Mind Your Mouth. It's an amazing book. I am so excited to have Sherry today. Sherry Brown presents with heart, vision, and integrity. Her training includes both high-level strategies and day-to-day tactics that apply to any organization. Her incredible passion, spirit, and energy make each individual better. Along with her ability to communicate, Sherry encourages listening to make everyone feel capable and confident in who they were created to be, and inspires others to embrace all that life has to offer. As a speaker, Sherry's unique insights on success, prosperity, leadership, and other business-related topics has fulfilled her lifelong dream, teaching and training others. Amassing over 25 years in customer services and owning 3 businesses with her husband, Sherry's ability to mentor has generated a solid client base. As a stellar speaker and trainer, she continues to grow personally and professionally through hard work, passion, and dedication. As a leader, she impacts others with her high energy and enthusiasm for life wherever she goes. She resides in Ohio with her wonderful husband. They have been married for over 25 years and have 2 grown children. They enjoy traveling and experiencing all that life has to offer. Sherry has a successful network marketing business, is a motivational speaker, and a health coach with a passion to teach the goodness of life and that the best is yet to come. Welcome to the Writer's Parachute, Sherry. How are you today?
Donna, thank you so much for inviting me on your program and on your show. And it's a privilege to be here, and it's an honor to build you up as my friend.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited to have you here. It's like we have such an incredible friendship story. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But I mean, it really kind of was this serendipitous moment. And I'm not even sure that either of us can fully explain it. It just happened. And it's been an amazing journey for both of us. We've kind of helped each other through a whole lot of things. And who would have thought, a girl from California and a girl from Ohio could meet and be great friends and end up helping each other. And I mean, we've helped each other with things we didn't even know about each other until that moment. So it's been a great journey, and I'm always glad to have one of my good friends on here. So we're going to talk about your first book, which is Mind Your Mouth. And I know it's your first book because I know you have more in the works. So
yes, ma'am, I certainly do.
right. So Mind Your Mouth, the ebook version recently celebrated its anniversary. So happy book birthday. And the
Thank you.
print version is coming up quickly on its 1-year anniversary in August. So we want to make sure that we celebrate that. And we have a couple of goodies that we're going to talk about later about that. So I want to know why the message of Mind Your Mouth was so important for you personally.
The book itself was a creation that has taken 18 years. It was a process. I really felt it's a faith-based book. So I felt inspired by the Holy Spirit, by God, to write the book. And I felt that based upon the title, that we as a society, we say a whole lot of things, and we think it's because of everything else that we don't take responsibility or accountability. And I felt that if I could share this message with with one person, and if one person could take away and change their trajectory of their life, it could make a difference in their life.
Well, it's amazing. And I have to tell you, I mean, I can be that one person because a lot of it has really changed not only how I speak to other people, but how I speak to myself. And that's really important. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So why do you think that right now, in this day and age, with everything that's going on, that your book is, and its message is so important?
Because of everything that we are experiencing currently in our society, which is why we have it available in the two formats, the ebook format and the paper book format. It's a quick, fast read, but people feel, especially in our society right now, with all that is occurring and happening with social media, that they can hide behind the screen. And what this book, I'm hoping, is for people to realize you can't hide behind the screen, but the screen I'm referring to in the book is you hiding behind yourself, because you have your life today because of what you spoke, not because of the government, not because of anyone in your household, not because of where your job is, because of what you spoke. And that's the message that I wanted to get across.
Right. And it is an amazing message. And you bring that that point home very eloquently when you talk about, we make unconscious choices that guide our journey, and a lot of it is in how we speak and think to ourselves and to other people. It's, a lot of times it's, we're trying to impress people, or we're trying to hide things from people, or we're trying to disguise things, and it does kind of change the trajectory like you're talking about. So what do you think would be your top 3 tips and benefits that they could get from this book about speaking purposefully?
I would say the first, when you understand that when you think about something, when a thought comes, then it goes into your heart, and out of the abundance of the heart, your mouth will speak. So if you focus and change what you look on, then you're going to focus and change what you speak on. That's the first point. The second point, if God can create the heavens and the earth in 6 days and rest on the 7th day, and he spoke these things into existence. And if you study the word, he says that we are to be imitators of him, he's telling us to do the same thing, so that when you speak purposefully, you're going to receive what you speak and what you say. And the third thing I would like for people to really understand the benefit of speaking on purpose, you will allow vocabulary in your head that you will not speak out to your spouse or to your best friend. And I want this book to be an awareness that when you mind even what you speak and say to yourself, it can change your future.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm 100% proof of that. It's like, I often find that when I'm dragged down or I feel overwhelmed, a lot of times it's because of the way I'm speaking to myself. I'm telling myself that I'm tired, that I'm overwhelmed, that I can't do this, that it's too much. Whereas if I just say to myself, you can do this just one step at a time, I feel so energized and I get through it. And it's those simple words that we say to ourselves. I know I catch myself saying horrible things to myself in my head. And it's like the reverse pep talk or something. I'm not quite sure why I do it, but I know a lot of us do it and we don't even recognize that we're so much more harsh with ourselves than we are with our worst enemy. So,
and just to tag on that very quickly, Donna, see, a lot of people think that the conversation that rolls around in your head, that nobody hears it and nobody sees it. But the exact opposite is true, because how you behave and how you act is a direct reflection of your thoughts, and the thoughts become actions, and then the actions go into words, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And Donna, it works in the positive and in the negative.
Right, it does, it absolutely does. And I'm just always astounded, where is if I actually stop in my busy life and just think about where the beginning of this good trail or bad trail, as I said, good, negative or positive, it's like it always starts with how I thought or spoke to myself about it. Did I think I could do it? If I didn't think I could do it, I'm probably going to fail or I'm going to mess it up, which I don't always have a problem with that. Cause like I said, I always talk about, learning, from mistakes, but it does kind of affect the way you think and feel, and not only about what you do, but the people around you and what you
Yes,
think
ma'am.
they are thinking and feeling about you. So
Yes.
it's a very powerful thing, and I'm always so amazed by how easily and how clearly you identify that in the book. And so
Thank you.
that is very good. So you continue to spread the book's message out there. You have a YouTube channel called Motivational Moments, and then you also have a Facebook page and a group. So what has been the overall response to the book and the book's message?
Based upon the climate that we are in, and it's all digital, and people will get to know people through this device, which is how I met you, that it's very pertinent that this message be delivered in a positive, inspiring, encouraging approach, because there's way too much negativity out there, and people really are stronger than what they think they are. They really can have the self-discipline to change their words. As a quick example, one of the titles of the chapter in the book is called Gossip is Cancer. You have the self-control, and I talk about it in the chapter. You have the self-control to not gossip around the water cooler, period, because it's toxic.
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, gossip by definition is voicing an opinion, either positive or negative, about something that you actually have no control over.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
So it's like my mom used to say, gossiping is like meddling in somebody else's marriage.
Yes. Yes. And there's a true saying that says, believe only half of what you see and nothing of what you read.
Right. Well, I don't know. I mean, as a writer and author,
I know.
I kind of push back on that a little bit, but I do get your point. It's like, you check your resources, check your
Check
source.
your resources.
Yeah. So,
I like that.
so now a little birdie told me that you're working on more books. And so I heard that you have a companion journal to Mind Your Mouth in the Motivational Moments that's coming out. So when can we expect it? Can you tell us a little bit what's included, and where can we find it when it comes out?
Yes, you are correct. There is truth to the little birdie that you heard this from. It is a 90-day motivational moment prayer journal. And I'm believing that it will come out in paperback form in August, which will be the anniversary 1 year of the paperback of Mind Your Mouth. And you will be able to get it at all of the current outlets of where you can get Mind Your Mouth, which is Amazon, Barnes and Noble. You can also get it at any of your local bookstores. And I also believe that you can get it at Target and Walmart.
Yes, you are correct, and very exciting. So what is going to be the title for this?
It is going to be 90-day motivational moment prayer journal.
Okay, awesome. Well, we'll look forward to that. And of course, we're going to want to have you come back maybe in September, October, after things die down a little bit, and we'll talk to you about this extension of Mind Your Mouth and see if we can drag some more information about what comes next after the companion journal. So we're going to talk a little bit about being here on the Writer's Parachute, about your challenges with writing and publishing. So what was the biggest obstacle for you, and what did you learn from it?
Donna, initially, I thought the biggest challenge was writing the book. As I shared with you, it truly was an 18-year in the making, because life happens to all of us. But when you feel that you have a dream or a vision to drop in your heart, don't quit and don't give up. So I thought the difficult part was writing the book. And then I found you, which was a divine connection. And you so firmly, gingerly, but graciously led me by the hand. And I realized the most difficult part was the publishing, because I did not know the pieces and the parts for that to occur. And I can 100% say I would not be sitting here with a published book if it wasn't for you.
Well, thank you. I don't know if I should take
I would
all
not.
that credit, but it's I hear this often. I hear that phrase. I thought writing the book was going to be the hard part. And,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
and a lot of times what I have to say is you have to remember most people already know how to write. And so, other than some technical advice, you pretty much know what you're doing. But when it comes to publishing, that is something that, unless you're an author or a writer or a publisher and have done it before, you're not going to understand it. So not only are you having to do it as you're doing it because you're on deadline, but you have to learn all the steps, and there are so many choices that you have to make to try and set yourself up well for the marketing and promotion phase after the book comes out. So you have to kind of give yourself grace, and that's why a lot of people will seek people like me who are writing and publishing coaches to kind of guide them along some of that. Now, I know that a lot of people offer advice and stuff like that, and the only thing I would say is just, again, like we talk, check your resources, check the sources, see if you can get a second opinion. It's like, your book is your baby. So, if a doctor is telling you your baby's on life support, you might want to go get a second opinion. So I think it's the same thing applies to your book. Make sure you're following up with that. So you're also a motivational speaker as well as an author. And so I wanted to let our audience know where they can reach out to you if they would like to contact you or to hire you for their group or organization as a motivational speaker, talking about all of these amazing things.
I am very active on social media with Instagram. So you can send me a private message, a direct message on Instagram, and there you can find me at Sherry, Sherry, as in excellent, Brown. And you can also find me on my website, which is super simple, Sherry, Sherry, the number one, uno, numero, number one, brown.com. And then you can also find me either at my motivational moment page or group, or even personally, you can find me on Facebook, which is Sherry. And I have my maiden name because there's literally 11 pages of Sherry Brown's. And my maiden name is Klingel, and that's Klingel, Brown. Sherry Klingel Brown.
All right. And just a reminder to everybody, we will have the links to all of this in the show notes. But I would say for the most part, if you're wanting to contact her for motivational speaking engagement, probably the best place would either be to contact her by private message on one of her social media platforms, or go to her contact page on her website at Sherry1, that is the number one, brown.com. So, of course, you know, we want to get updates on your journal that's coming out, that companion journal, and any other upcoming events. So, and then another little birdie told me earlier, right before we started the show, that you're going to give us this amazing prize today for listening. So you want to tell us about that?
Yes. If anyone would love to go purchase my book, please go purchase my book, because then that means that I've passed the test and people are buying my book and reading my book. And you could go purchase it at any of the outlets. Send me, and you can send it to me, as Donna said, on my contact with my website, just proof of purchase, and you will automatically receive either a 30-minute health and wellness consultation or a 30-minute motivational moment consultation, whichever you feel that you need the most at that given time. And I think Donna's taken advantage of both.
Yes, I have. I've taken both. I can give them 5 stars on both of them. So I think you'll be well served. So it is an amazing gift that she is giving here. So I do know that Amazon has an amazing sale on her book right now. And she's saying that it's either print or ebook, no matter what retailer you purchase it from. If you will send her a screenshot of your receipt to her website on the contact page, she will contact you through your email and set that up for you. You get to choose between a half-hour motivational moment coaching call or a half-hour health and wellness coaching call. So that is an amazing gift for just being a listener today. And of course, I'll have a reminder in the show notes to go take advantage of that, all for the low price of one amazing book that I think you're going to enjoy, no matter whether you get the coaching call or not. But do take advantage of that. Sherry is great, and she's always so spectacular at getting down to the grit that you need to hear. So I think that's why you and I get along so well. We don't serve fools easily. So
I really don't like chit chat.
no, we got to get down to the stuff. So, so if people want to follow you on social media, what are your social medias, and what are the handles on those different social medias again?
Instagram, Sherry, E as in excellent, Brown. Mm-hmm. And Facebook, which is Sherry and my maiden name Klingel Brown, or you can even find me on the Motivational Moment page or group.
Okay, awesome. Are you on Twitter or any of the other platforms?
No, ma'am. I'm on LinkedIn, but I don't check it very often.
Okay, awesome. So again, we will have those for you in the show notes. So we talked about it a little bit about finding your books on the retailers. Again, Amazon has it. They're doing a big blowout sale right now, which is amazing. So go check it out. But it is on Barnes & Noble, on Amazon. It is on Kobo for the ebook. I believe Apple for the ebook. I think.
And Kindle.
And Kindle Unlimited. So yeah, it would be on Amazon for the ebook. So, but it is Kindle Unlimited. And then the print book is also available at Walmart, Target, any of the local bookstore retailers around the world. So anywhere books are sold, you should be able to find it. So was there any upcoming events that you have that you wanted to talk about? I know you do.
I do. I have a book signing coming up in Central Ohio. And so where it's located, it's just a little bit east of Columbus, Ohio. And that is scheduled for July the 16th, which is on a Saturday. So if anyone is local, please feel free to come and check that out. And I believe that's going to be that Saturday morning from 10 to 2. And we're going to do giveaways and things of that nature as well.
And what is the name of the bookstore that you're
It is called Memory Christian Bookstore, Memory Pedals Christian Bookstore.
Okay. Again, we'll have a note for that in the show notes. Of course, you want to stay up to date on all the things going on with Sherry. Go check out her website, which is sherry1brown.com. Of course, we'll have that in the show notes and a reminder of her upcoming event. So was there anything else that you wanted to include before we do our lightning round of questions?
I will make this very quick. You can change your life. You can change your life. If you don't like your life today, change your words today, because you have the life today of the words you spoke yesterday. Change your words today and you'll have a new life, and it'll take a little bit of time to catch up, but I promise it works because it's biblical.
Yes, it kind of works out that way. So here we're going to go into our lightning round. You suggest these questions and I just love them. So what is it that you would want to say to your 20-year-old self?
Be open to changing your mind, because as I shared before, I thought writing the book was the most difficult part, but I did not know the pieces of the puzzle to the publishing part. Be open to changing your mind, and be open to understanding and realizing that if you feel that you have this dream or this passion to become an author, don't push that down. Pursue it, because God will strategically put the right people in your life to make it happen.
There
God gave me Donna.
Thank you. Well, so what advice would you now as a published author give to any new aspiring or upcoming authors?
If you feel inspired to become an author and you may not think it's of great importance, not everyone was given this desire to write a book, just like not everyone is given the desire to write a music score or to create a play. But by you having this feeling that you are impressed to write a book, you have an amazing opportunity to leave a legacy behind. And I want to inspire you. Don't let obstacles stand in your way. Don't quit. Don't give up. Just keep taking one step at a time and you will get there.
Absolutely. I could second, third, and echo that for on and on. It's like, I can guarantee you, I know for me, some of my obstacles in writing and publishing my books was mostly that I just thought that nobody was interested. And it took me a while to understand that there is somebody out there like me that doesn't have my life experience or my knowledge, but they're dying to hear what I have to say. There is somebody
Yes.
out there that needed to hear my words. They need to hear your words. And, I often talk about this quote: what we find ordinary about ourselves, other people find extraordinary. So, go write that book. Go be
Yes.
extraordinary for those people who need you to be extraordinary about what you know, because they probably don't. So
Yes.
that's always so helpful. So I'm going to let you just sit there for a minute. We thank you for being here on the Writer's Parachute, but we're going to go ahead and pull the ripcord on another writing, marketing, and publishing tip. Again, we're going to talk a little bit about what Sherry's problem was. She was talking about the process of publishing, thinking that writing the book was going to be the hard part. The rest of it was going to be fairly easy. And while I'm not going to dive too deep into the actual process or the best way to do it, because that would take a whole nother show in and of itself, I want to talk to you again about what Cherry's talking about your mindset in looking at this. You have to remember that, again, you are learning this process. It's not something that is readily available. Again, if you were trying to become a doctor, you go to school for a while, you try things out. You may not do things right exactly the first time. But you learn as you go. And this is the same thing with publishing. It is a learn as you go, because each book is unique, each author is unique, each way they want to approach the writing publishing industry is unique. And you are required to make choices and decisions that will help set you up or may hinder you when you go on into the marketing and promotion of your book. So I want you to think about setting your mind to what you're doing. I want you to think about, do I have the dedication to get myself through this? Do I have the persistence to get through the process to learn what I need to know? Am I checking my resources? Am I getting second opinions? Am I making sure this is the journey and the path for me? Am I giving myself value for what I am learning and doing, and giving myself grace to get through it? Because it can be challenging, it can be frustrating. I hear people say, I'm not doing it right, I must not be smart enough, I just don't know how to do this. A lot of that is not true. Again, that's just the negative self-talk that we all get in our head when we're frustrated. So I want you to just back up and remember, the process is, you want to hold that book in your hand when you get to the end of the journey, and whatever it takes, whatever you need to learn is what it takes to get you there. So appreciate the journey, celebrate it every moment along the way, because it will be a hard one process. And I guarantee you, in the end, you're going to appreciate that book and every reader so much more for having gone through that journey. So I hope that's helpful for you. I know that's a little bit of a different kind of a tip this week, but I wanted to talk to you about mindset, because sometimes, as Sherry said, where a mind is set, the rest of us will follow. So I wanted to thank again Sherry for being with us. Don't forget to go out and purchase her book, Mind Your Mouth. It is available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, pretty much any platform worldwide in print. It is available on Amazon in ebook and on the Kindle Unlimited. If you would like to take advantage of this amazing offer that Sherry is offering to our listening audience today, if you go and purchase either print or ebook of her book and screenshot a copy of your receipt and send that to her through the contact me section of her website at sherryoneBrown.com, she will give you a choice of a half-hour motivational moments coaching call or a half-hour health and wellness coaching call. And that will be her directly. It's not going to be somebody else. It will be Sherry herself. So we are so thankful for Sherry to be on the Writer's Parachute today. And I hope everyone has an amazing week, and that you come back again for the Writer's Parachute, where we have an episode every week. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and now on TikTok at Writer Parachute. And of course, don't forget to check out all the show notes and go follow Sherry Brown on her platforms. Was there anything else that you wanted to add before we go ahead and sail off into the sunset?
Nope, you're doing a fabulous job, and you've had to create and make several parachutes for me as we jumped off the cliff together and as we went down, but we made new parachutes and we made it. And we now have the proof to show it. So yes.
Yes, and that's, I mean, that's one of my things. It's like, you don't learn anything from being perfect. So go be imperfect and learn something new every single day. So until next time, I hope all your writing dreams land well, and come back again next week. So bye.
Thank you very much, Donna.